I wanted to do an update of my raised bed planter project to show you some of the things that came out of it. What you're seeing here is some of the herbs in the herb garden, and you see you've done very well. This is the sweet basil, which is flowering right now, but there's still a lot of leaves and it hasn't been affected by the weather as yet. We have a fairly long growing season in Virginia Beach that can extend actually through sometimes even into November. It'll extend depending upon how that particular year is, but we have warm temperatures even up until December sometimes. So this is the herb garden. We've got some chives, also some oregano. There's a little bit of mint in there. We've got rosemary and thyme. We also have some onions that are coming up. Now the onions gave me a little bit of a problem because I put them in and they really didn't do too well over the summer. And now they're really doing well in the cooler weather. So they seem to kind of like the cooler weather better and have really started to do well. Now during the summertime I had experienced a lot of rot issues with them, and they just didn't do well. So what I did was I wound up taking most of the onions out and going ahead and putting in some pumpkins. Now the pumpkins I got a kind of a late start on. I'd hoped, of course, to have them by Halloween, but I put it off a little bit, and I was going to build another bed for them until I decided to put them into the existing bed. If you can remember from the earlier videos, this is the pepper bed that we put in, which is given us loads and loads of banana peppers, and they are still continuing. As you can see, there's still blossoms, so it continues to produce, and about ready to pick some more of these. There you can see some of the onions that are coming back. I'd given up on the onions and went ahead and put the pumpkins in, and now the pumpkins have really kind of taken over. They've kind of been kind of slow, but I do have two that hopefully, being today being the 21st, we still have about 10 days to go. So I'm hoping that we might still be able to get a couple of pumpkins in by Halloween. And I had gotten some unique pumpkin seeds from eBay. I'm supposed to have about 3 different varieties. It looks like I've only got one variety that's coming in, which should be kind of a green striped shell on it. And then you see the tomatoes, which kind of really, they're looking good actually. They're looking about the best they've looked in a while, and of course they are still blossoming. I don't know if you can see the blossom there. They're still blossoming, and I've got quite a few green tomatoes in here. I picked a lot of them not too long ago. Back on this was I put too many tomato plants in this one bed, and I've got this huge bed of tomatoes now, and they really kind of kick these pepper plants to the curb. I think I've got one trying to struggle its way back, and this one is kind of just going up, and now it's gone over, and it's trying to produce something, but I think I only got one green pepper out of the bunch, so they kind of got overwhelmed. And also during the early stages of the spring, I had also had some bean plants in here, and there's just a little bit of the bean plants left. They got overwhelmed by the pumpkins as well. or by the tomatoes as well. But the tomato plants have done really well. I think next year we'll just go with a few less bushes because they've really kind of overwhelmed things. I'll pull back here and you can see just how large this is. You can't even tell where the bed is. It's just overwhelmingly taken over. It's just and then you see the pumpkins have they're taken over as well. And then you can see the bed that has the peppers in it. And again, our did a smaller herb garden, and that has been great. Herb garden, very successful. It's been great to have the fresh herbs and of course the peppers, so we've used those a lot in some pasta dishes and some Mexican dishes and things like that. They are doing really, really well. Saved some of the seeds from the basil, hopefully to be used next year. But very, very happy. The mint took a long time. Planted it several times, and it just the seeds are so small. It takes such a long time to come up. So they finally took on, and got a little bit of mint. Haven't really used too much of it because it came up so late. But of course the rosemary and the oregano, the chives could have done a little bit better. But overwhelmingly it's been very good, and I did put a couple of pumpkin seeds in there too, so we'll see what happens. So I just want to give you an idea, and probably going to do some more beds next year because it's been very successful and a great way to plan and keep things maintained. I do have down here some carrots as well, and I pulled up some of them, and they just don't look like they've really done much. They're real short, and I mean they've been in there for a long time. I'll probably just continue to leave them in there, but they were kind of disappointing. But you got to try. Of course, peppers always do real well here, and so do any type of squash. Really does real well. Zucchini does fantastic. So make a few changes maybe for next year, but this pumpkin plant is really kind of taken over, and I'm gonna have quite a bit of viney mess to clean up after the season is over. But hopefully we'll get a few pumpkins, and if we do, I will certainly try to post some of that, especially if we get some unique looking ones. Like I said, a lot of times you can go on eBay and find some really exotic seeds and things like that, and I just wanted something different for Halloween, but I just got a late start on it. So we'll see. We still got a few more days, and maybe at least we'll have them for Thanksgiving. Have just something to sit outside or whatever. I don't know if they'll be good for making pumpkin pies with or anything like that, but so just wanted to give you an idea of the kind of results you can get from a raised bed system, and the kinds of different things you can experiment with. And I hope you've taken the time to look at the construction portion, and I'll be doing some more as we make some more in the for next year. And that's about it from Virginia Beach, Virginia. Thanks for watching.